All right, strap in, everybody. Today, we're going deep on twin dynamics under pressure.
Oh, I like that. Under pressure.
Yeah, so picture this. 100 sets of twins, all competing in, of course, a Mr. Beast challenge.
Of course, got to be Mr. Beast.
And for what? 250,000 big ones?
Wow.
Yeah, $250,000.
That's some serious cash.
So our source material is this really fun YouTube video, covers the whole competition, but we're going beyond just like recounting what happened, right? We're
Right.
looking at like how these twins work together,
Yeah.
their strategies, how they communicate, and maybe even a little, twin telepathy.
Oh, got to look for that. Yeah, to see
Yes.
if it's real.
Right. So like right out of the gate, these twins are thrown into a memory challenge.
Okay, memory challenge.
Uh-huh.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, so colors flash on a screen and they got to remember the sequence.
Okay.
Starts off simple enough, 6 colors.
Yeah.
But then it jumps to 15.
Oh, wow.
Then 27. Like, I would be a mess by that point.
Yeah, that's a lot. 27.
Yeah.
I'd be sweating.
Oh, yeah. Big time. And what I thought was really interesting here is how quickly you see these different communication styles between the twins, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Some have their own, like, shorthand,
Uh,
They can, like, relay information super fast.
Yeah.
But others, like, get stuck in the details and they start, like, second-guessing each other.
right. And then they get all flustered, right?
Oh, totally. And you remember those twins that got eliminated because they were sitting right next to each other?
Oh, yeah. What was up with that?
Right. Almost like too much togetherness
Yeah, it's like you need that space sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Even if you're twins.
to think
To
clearly.
think clearly. Yeah.
Okay, so then they move on to this blindfolded block stacking challenge.
Okay.
This one is all about trust,
Ah.
One twin stacks, the other one directs.
Okay.
And if you drop a block, you're out.
Oh, so high stakes. High stakes.
Oh, yeah, totally. And so we see all these different leadership styles emerging.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right. Some twins are like super in charge.
Yeah, yeah.
Giving really clear instructions.
Uh-huh.
And then others are more like gentle guidance,
Okay.
really relying on that intuition,
Interesting.
that like unspoken thing twins have.
Yeah. Like that twin telepathy we were talking about.
Right. And I don't know if you remember this, but there was one twin who was practically like moving their head along with their blindfolded siblings.
Oh, yeah?
Like they could see through their eyes.
Wow.
It was wild.
It really does make you wonder, about that connection.
Oh, sure.
But, as much as we love that idea of twin telepathy and that connection, it doesn't always work, right?
Oh, yeah, totally. Like, we saw that intuitive connection break down under pressure a bunch of times.
Right. It's got to be more than just intuition.
And there was that crazy moment where 2 teams were tied at 5 blocks each.
Oh, God.
It's just seconds left. Like, you could feel the tension.
Yeah, I bet.
So intense.
So that, to me, that just screams how important clear communication is, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's not just what you say.
Yeah.
It's how you say it.
Mm.
Tone, volume,
Right.
body language.
Yeah.
It all matters.
It all plays a role. All right. Challenge number 3 throws a wrench in things.
Okay.
It's called the greed test.
Uh-oh. Breed
$5,000 guaranteed, or you can risk it all for a chance at the whole $250,000.
Oh, wow. Tough choice. Tough choice.
Talk about a dilemma. Play it safe or go for the glory.
Yeah. What would you do?
Oh, man. I don't even know. So this challenge, like, moves past just teamwork.
Go.
Now it's about risk assessment,
Oh, interesting.
right? Like, are you a security person?
Yeah.
Or are you driven by, ambition?
Yeah.
And it forces these twins to, like, really look at their values and if they, like, match up with their partner.
Yeah, because you could have one twin who's all about the security and the other one wants to go big or go home.
Right. And some twins, you could just see they were torn up about the decision,
Oh, yeah.
like agonizing over it. One twin even said they really needed the money.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Like, you could see the weight on them.
Right. It's not just a game for some people.
Yeah.
Real life stuff.
Yeah.
But then you have these other twins, right? They're all about the bragging rights.
Oh, yeah. I bet.
Competition is just like burning in them.
Yeah. They want the glory.
Forget the $5,000. They want the whole thing.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so some are in it for the money, some for the glory.
Exactly. Okay, so then things get even spicier.
Okay, how?
They introduce a group vote.
Oh, a group vote.
So
Interesting.
it's not just about you and your twin anymore.
Uh-huh.
You have to think about the whole group.
Oh, so the dynamics change completely.
Totally. It's like Survivor, but with twins.
Twin survivor. I like it.
Right. Alliances are forming.
Oh, yeah.
Targets are emerging.
Oh, that's interesting. So they have to be strategic.
Oh, for sure. And remember the Collins twins?
Oh, the Collins twins. Remind me.
They were like public enemy number
Oh,
one.
no. Why?
They were like super strong competitors,
Oh, okay.
but they were also kind of assertive.
Oh, so maybe rub some people the wrong way.
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Okay, so now it's not just about how well you work with your twin, but how well you play the game.
Yes. You got to work the social game.
Social game strong.
Okay, so we've got these challenges: testing memory, communication, physical coordination, risk.
It's like the whole package of teamwork, right?
all wrapped up in a high-stakes, big-money competition.
That Mr. Beast, he knows what he's doing.
Oh, for sure.
So it's fascinating to watch, but we're also getting all these insights into how people act under pressure.
And how we work together.
Yeah,
Or don't.
right, exactly.
Oh.
So cool. And they don't let up.
No, they don't.
The challenges just keep getting tougher.
Oh, yeah. So next up, it's the reaction time gauntlet.
Okay, what's that?
Red light flashes randomly, and the fastest twin to slap the button moves on.
Oh, so just pure reaction time.
Like stir adrenaline. This one, to me, it seemed less about like talking to each other
Yeah.
and more about that like subconscious connection, you know, that some
Yeah.
twins say they have.
Right, right. Like, is this where we see the twin telepathy?
Right. I mean, there were moments where I was like, is that twin telepathy? Because they would react at almost the exact same time.
Yeah, it's easy to think that way when you see it,
Probably.
But I think it's probably more about, years of shared experiences, like
Mm.
growing up together, thinking alike,
Yeah.
even having those mirrored physical reflexes because you're twins.
Right.
So it looks like telepathy, but it's more like, nature and nurture all mixed up.
Interesting. Okay, so then there were these twins who said out loud they were going to wait till round 2 to hit the button.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like they were trying to psych out the competition.
Oh, wow. Okay, so a little gamesmanship.
A little bit. Which, made me think about that whole game theory thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Trying to, predict what your opponent's going to do
Yeah, exactly.
and then use that to your advantage.
Right. So, did it work? Who knows? But it definitely, made things more interesting.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, so from super mental challenges to something completely different.
Yeah, this one was a wild card.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Blindfolded bowling, but with, comically large pins.
What? Oh, that sounds hilarious.
Oh, it's so funny. One twin's bowling, the other one's directing.
Oh, okay.
I was laughing out loud watching this one.
So it's like a comedy routine, but with $250,000 on the line.
Right. High stakes comedy. But underneath all the silliness, this challenge is still all about trust
Yeah.
and spatial awareness.
Oh, for sure.
Communication, obviously.
Imagine trying to tell someone who can't see where to go,
Right.
especially when it's these huge bowling pins.
It's not easy. And some twins, they were like, oh, yeah, bowling, we got this.
Oh, really? So maybe they had an advantage.
Yeah, like it was already something they did together. And then others, well, they might want to stick to mini golf.
Right. So it shows that, having shared interests,
Yeah,
that can really help a team
makes sense.
because they can communicate better. They're on the same page.
Totally. But then again, skill isn't everything, right?
Right.
Remember the Sansone twins?
Remind me.
They were down by 11 pins.
Wow.
And they came back and won the whole thing.
No way.
Yeah. I
Wow.
was like, that's resilience right there.
Pure grit and determination.
For sure. So that shows us that no matter how far behind you are, you can always come back.
Right. And they probably did it by talking to each other, clearly,
Oh,
right?
yeah, absolutely. Adjusting their strategy.
And that's a great lesson for anyone.
Yeah. No, really.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're on a bowling lane or facing a tough deadline at work.
Right. Okay, so now for the final challenge. The one that decides everything.
Right. The grand finale. The briefcase of destiny.
Ooh, briefcase of destiny. Sounds intense.
Oh, yeah. This one is psychological warfare.
Okay, tell me more.
So one briefcase has the check for the $250,000. The other one's empty.
Okay.
And they have to decide, do they trust their gut?
Hmm.
Do they trust their twin? Or some combination of the two.
Right, so it's all about trust.
All about trust. And can they tell if their twin's being genuine,
Yeah.
Or are they trying to trick them?
Oh, wow. Are they really happy with the briefcase they chose, or are they faking it?
Exactly. It's like high stakes poker with your twin.
That is wild. So were there any twins who, totally trusted
Oh,
them?
yeah. And those moments were just, so heartwarming.
Oh, I bet.
You could just feel the love. A lifetime of shared experiences, it's got to create this, foundation of trust.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Uh-huh.
Okay, but then we've also got the betrayals.
Oh, yeah. Those were rough.
Oh, I bet.
There was this one twin who was totally convinced his brother was bluffing.
Oh.
Votes him out, and guess what? He was wrong.
Oh,
The look on his face was priceless.
I bet. So much regret.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit of like, you got me. So even with twins, that bond can be tested when there's that much money on the line.
Yeah, it makes you think, how much do you trust your gut?
Mm-hmm.
And when does strategy win out over, just trusting someone blindly,
Yeah,
even if they are your twin?
right. And that's a question we all have to answer, even if we don't have a twin.
Exactly.
Man, we've seen it all, haven't we?
We really have.
Yeah.
From memory games to like straight up bluffing, it's been a wild ride.
Yeah. And yeah, it's super entertaining, right? But it really gets you thinking about like how we work together.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like you zoom in on these twin dynamics,
Yeah.
but then you zoom out and it's really about all of us.
Oh, totally. Like any team, any collaboration.
Right. It's all about those connections and how we, navigate those relationships.
It's just not always pretty,
No, not otherwise.
but it's definitely real.
Real is the word.
So what surprised you the most watching all of this unfold?
Honestly, just how different everyone's approach was.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't one secret to winning.
Right.
Some twins were all about strategy. Others were like playing on instinct.
Right.
Some were born leaders. Some were happy to like support their twin.
Yeah, totally. Like, remember the block stacking?
Yeah.
Some were like drill sergeants.
Right.
Orders flying everywhere.
Yeah.
And others were like, chill. Just vibes.
Yeah, and both ways work sometimes. Right?
Exactly. So I was like, gotta be adaptable.
Oh, huge. Knowing how to read the room,
Yeah. And sometimes, it's good to be direct,
Uh-huh.
but sometimes you gotta be a little more subtle.
Right. You got to feel it out. Like that bowling challenge. I mean, come on.
Oh my gosh, that was pure gold.
So funny.
But even in all that craziness, you could see how important clear communication is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to explain like left and right to someone who can't see.
I know.
Not easy. It's a whole other level.
And then the greed test, right?
Yeah.
Really forced them to like look in the mirror.
Right. Money or glory? What's more important?
And sometimes, you got to compromise.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially when you're on a team.
When you throw in that group vote, oh man, the drama.
It's a whole other beast.
Because these aren't just competitors,
That's right.
they're twins. They get that bond.
So much more at stake. And, like the Collins twins.
Oh, yeah.
They were strong, but, sometimes those strong personalities.
Don't always play well with others.
Right. And that's where self-awareness comes in.
Big time. Gotta know how you come across, right?
Huge. Are you building people up or are you, like, tearing them down?
So as we wrap up this deep dive, what's the big takeaway for our listeners?
Here's a thought. Think about your own life, right? Work, family, friends. It's all about connections, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the next time you're in a tough spot, think about how you're communicating.
Yeah.
Are you being clear? Are you building trust?
Are you listening?
Exactly. And, are you working together?
Oh,
Or are you working against each other?
so good. Because, we can learn a lot from these twins, even if we don't have one.
Oh, absolutely.
It's about those core principles, right?
Right.
Teamwork, communication, trust. These are things we all deal with.
It's universal, really.
So remember, be yourself, communicate clearly, build those strong relationships.
And don't forget to have fun along the way.
Oh, yeah, like those twins did. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.